Good afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien. Bubba is sleeping, and I'm here with Mr. Tom Chastain, and we're doing a frank talk about the upcoming presidential election. Mr. Chastain, I know we got a ticket that's going to be interesting. Uh, you have Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden. Not much difference from 2016, is it?
Nope.
Compared to Mr. Biden, you could say Hillary Clinton was kind of a saint back 4 years ago.
Yep.
And, some people would say Trumpy Dumpy and Creepy Joe.
Yep.
Uh, but me and you, we've also have invested a little bit on Bubba to be the Bull Moose candidate.
Yep.
And we've been offered Tulsi Gabbard to be in the Bull Moose party, right?
Right.
Do you think that Tulsi Gabbard will say, "Yeah, I'll be on the Boost Marty," or the people, her supporters, will write her in as a candidate for the Boo Moose Party?
Yeah, she would. She'd make a good running mate for with Bubba.
There you go. I mean, we need, I know you're a staunch Republican,
Yep.
but you must admit that both parties have gone extreme on both sides, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the thing that people need to be concerned about with with Joe Biden is he's sleeping all the time. And if there's a terrorist incident, he'd be sleeping all the time. I mean, if you go onto YouTube and type in Joe Biden sleeping, you will see President Obama at one of his State of the Union speeches, and right behind President Obama, you will see Joe Biden just snoozing away like he's drunk or something. Now, do you want somebody like that if there's a big terrorist incident sleeping away? But Bubba would be right there when a big terrorist incident happening, and
You mean like
he,
attention, attention here in the Atherton
yeah,
place?
yeah, and he would be right there. And even George Orwell, in his famous book Animal Farm, he clearly shows how we had a bad farmer that was running a bad farm and all these bad farms and everything, and then the animals uh, took over the place and ran the farms and everything. And there were some dogs in there like Bubba, and they clearly showed how they ran the place, and they were not asleep on the job. So everybody needs to get on their Facebook pages and type in Bubba DeGracia for president. They need to write in Bubba DeGracia for president on their Facebook pages.
Oh, there you go. And when they go, if they fill out their absentee ballots or they go voting on November,
Yes,
they should think about Bubba and Tulsi Gabbard, right?
yes.
Yeah. And do you ever think that these factions will ever sit down to the table and get something together, or there will be just the usual disaster that we've had in the last 20 years?
Well, they might be able to sit down.
But when you have people like Mr. Schumer and Miss Pelosi on the House and Senate side, Mr. McConnell has had some good days, but plenty of bad days on the
Yeah.
other side. And Mr. Trump, he could do good if he could just watch his what do you call those tweets?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bubba over here, he's always on the ball here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need somebody on the ball. And we need all these factions to sit down and read the preamble to the Constitution, we the people, right?
That's right.
in order to form a more perfect union. And I think everybody forgets about that.
That's true.
So, that's all I'm saying here. I'm not pro con or anti con this. I'm just saying that the election, we should have a third party like Bubba and the Boo Moose as a compromise for those of you who don't like Creepy Joe or Trumpy Dumpy.
Right.
And, the ones who wants Tulsi Gabbard that didn't have a chance because of the Democratic Party and the coronavirus situation that really messed up the politics this year.
Oh, yes.
Uh, Put her down on the write-in candidate with Bubba, right?
Yes.
So this is your favorite alien and Mr. Chastain here. Any last words, Mr. Chastain?
Well, everybody go on to YouTube and type in Joe Biden sleeping, and you can just see him snoozing away, and you can see that he's just that he just sleeps all the time, and I mean he would make a lousy president because he just sleeps all the time, and I mean that's a big thing to be concerned about, and he just sleeps all the time, and you know,
And that the way they talk about President Trump, they forget that Joe Biden got clobbered by Kamala Harris in the primaries with the women's situation.
oh
Creepy
yeah,
Joe was the name I think she gave him, wasn't it? And you got to forget. You can't forget also when he was Judiciary Senator back in the 1990s. He gave Anita Hill hell.
oh yes,
So we got a situation here that this is going to be a tough election. So this is your favorite alien, Bubba's snoozing at the moment, recuperating for the campaign, and Mr. Chastain here, and we'll see you guys later,
okay,
and we'll have another pre-election chat again in a couple weeks. Have a good day.
bye bye.